we're jumping into it. Detroit Lions injury report came out today.
Not great, Bob.
Not great.
Not great.
Obviously, throughout the week, we've kind of been monitoring the situation with Brian Branch and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think everyone kind of knew the Brian Branch situation. He's probably going to be out this game.
Brian Branch is out.
Brian Branch out. Amon-Ra St. Brown, doubtful.
Doubtful. Jason Kabinda out. That's a big loss. James Mitchell also doubtful. Taylor Decker, Jahmyr Gibbs. What else? Kirby Joseph, Emmanuel Mosley, Julian Okwara, Josh Reynolds, Vaitai, and Jameson Williams all questionable. That's gross.
It's not ideal.
That is not ideal. I think all the questionable guys are going to play.
I think so.
I'm pretty positive all the questionable guys are going to play.
Bro. Jahmyr Gibbs makes me a little bit nervous.
The hammy?
Yeah.
I mean, he is a bust, easy.
And I still, no, never said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. Unless we were talking about the stuff we were talking about before. But anyway.
Bro, this man's dangerously horny right now.
I'm really not. This little sidebar combo is hamstring injuries with like these speedy guys. It's kind of like been a common theme this year that they're like it's hampering them and holding them out of games. You had the Christian Watson situation that held him out of the season a little bit early. You saw Jameson Williams go down with it. Well, he didn't really go down. He was kind of just jumping into suspension a little early. I guess, at that point. DMs. But nonetheless, like that, I feel like it's just a common theme with like these speedy guys. Those hamstrings, just they're obviously fucking flying. You know what I'm saying? They're using the shit out of them. And I don't know, man. Like I just
weren't
noticed.
really using the shit out of them.
No, I'm saying when you're running like a speedy guy, though. That they're using the shit out of them when they hit those speeds. And Aaron Jones is another one, too. And it's like we've seen them hampered. Even like when they are able to go, they're not like fully themselves. And you also don't want to like test it too much.
Because then you can tweak it. Yeah, a hamstring is never a good thing, especially for a running back. And like you said, for an explosive guy like Jahmyr Gibbs, because it can act up. It can get caught up. You can
make me want to act up.
Make me want to act up on that hammy, boy. You can see, you can hurt it even more if you're not fully ready to go. If it's not 100%, it can get worse if you overexert yourself. So that is something that concerns me. I do expect him to play because I haven't heard anything about this.
So that's what. Okay, shout out to my guy Phil. Actually, not shout out to Phil. Phil's a guy in our big money fantasy league who just doesn't believe in trades. That kid never grew up playing Pokemon. I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna give him a hug next time I see him. But he was kind of like, yeah, I didn't see Gibbs in the injury report all year. I mean, all week. Probably happened today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some could happen today. Some could happen yesterday. Like that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means he got hurt a little bit more recently. And to be honest with you, too, like I'm still confident the Detroit Lions win because the Bryce Young-led Panthers ain't done much.
No.
They really haven't. Another one. And
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about
I'm not with you on that one.
get out of here.
Yeah, on your own,
Mr.
buddy.
fucking porta potty.
Hey.
You already confessed your sins.
Time and place doesn't change from ass and face. Like, there's a difference.
Hey.
As a bar.
There's a difference. There's a difference, bro.
Man should have wrote for
guarantee
Drake.
Miss Porta Potty did not look like that.
Nah.
Anyway, Lions injury. All right. I am legit. I don't know if Gibbs is going to go. I don't know how severe that situation is. Again, it just popped up, so we have no familiarity with it. It's not like Amon-Ra St. Brown. We got to see him finish a game, or it's not those situations. So, but I don't think it's a detrimental. It hurts a little bit, especially in a game you're already most likely going to be missing Amon-Ra St. Brown. But to tell you the truth, guys, we talked about it during the Gibbs topic the other day. Is like when you have as many weapons as the Detroit Lions do, you don't have to you're not solely dependent on one, and the Detroit Lions situation, bless even two players because you have so many other places you're able to go. And then you also add the offensive weaponry of Ben Johnson's mind in itself.
Yeah.
Reviving careers, like how we said Chase Claypool could be successful in Miami. You saw that here with Khalif Raymond and Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
You have a guy like Ben Johnson who's able to get those guys open and utilize them to their best abilities. You still have Sam Laporta who's looking like a top 5 tight end, dare I say, which is crazy to say as a rookie tight end.
He has been absolutely balling. I mean, he's number one right now.
Number one right now.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, he is. And then obviously you have the return of Jameson Williams too, which I think, I know Dan Campbell said he wants to see him in the right spots at the right times, and you maybe want him to be a little bit limited. But like with these injuries, you might see a little bit more J-Mo than we expected.
I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm telling you right now how it goes down. I was looking at FanDuel before we got on, and the lines aren't even out there. But I'm hitting the over on every Sam Laporta and every David Montgomery category. David Montgomery rushing yards, Sam Laporta receiving yards, Sam Laporta catches. I'm hitting the over on all those because they are going to use those guys. They're going to use their horses. They're going to use the guys that worked for them with Amon-Ra St. Brown more than likely not going to play.
They're going to empty the clip.
They're going to empty the clip for sure.
I'm with you. And to be honest with you, too, like the Gibbs thing, obviously, I think the Lions are going to win. I would just probably back away from that -10 spread that it's grown to. That's getting kind of out of control here. -10 in the NFL is like a -28 in like college football. It feels like, because the NFL is pretty close week to week, unless you're like, well, actually no, the Jaguars weren't supposed to lose to the freaking Texans. I think they beat them.
Yeah,
Colts weren't supposed to beat the Ravens. The
any
NFL
given
is
Sunday,
any given Sunday, it really is. And like, I got a little bit nervous too, thinking about the fact that you also have Deuce Staley, who's there now too, who like was part of the Detroit Lions team that got their ass kicked, and obviously he's well aware of what it took for them to beat their ass. Because I know they lost Coach Wilkes, and he was part of that. But you have Deuce Staley on our side. They remind those guys. But we'll talk about it later on the show. I guess where I'm more concerned for the Detroit Lions is the defensive side. Again, I still think they're going to win, but Brian Branch for sure being out hurts, because as much as I respect and like Will Harris as a human being, when he's out there, the man's a liability.
Yeah, he is for sure.
And Brian Branch is a tackling machine on top of just being like good in coverage.
Yeah, that's going to hurt, but hopefully Kirby will be back so that can bolster the secondary a little bit. But you know who's going to be back from 8 to 10 tonight in studio is Booner and Broder with Woodward Nights. Make sure you guys check them out weekdays, 8 to 10 p.m., only on Woodward Sports. It's these guys. You know who they are. They're both pretty handsome. They give you great advice. They give you great picks. They're in the studio tonight from 8 to 10. Check them out. You know what I'm talking about. It's Booner and Broder with Woodward Nights.
Where'd that voice come from?
Man, just changed.
I don't know, man.
You've been listening to Nicki Minaj like Jeff?
I'm feeling pretty good. Dude, I hate Nicki Minaj. I'd clap, though, for sure.
Overrated, but yes.
Definitely overrated.
I mean, extremely talented, thoughtful.
Yeah.
Just a
Insightful, very insightful.
Every definition of true artistry.
And John Johnson's right. He says Iffy is not too bad out there. Iffy is a guy you can move around. Iffy is a guy who played corner. Iffy is a guy who played safety. You can move him around in different positions. We know you can move Cam Sutton around in different positions. Yeah. This Carolina team isn't one that you got to worry about a guy on the outside. I know you love DJ Chark. I know Lucas, RIP, loves Adam Thielen. But
who would have thought Adam Thielen outlived Lucas?
Who would have thought? But this isn't a team you got to worry about these dog-ass receivers on the outside, you know? So maybe this is a game where you move Cam Sutton in the box. Maybe this is a game where you put Cam Sutton in the nickel position, even though he's been playing so well on the outside. But without Brian Branch, you could move Iffy down the corner. You could move Cam Sutton.
Or Jacobs.
Or you could, if Mosley's playing, you could have Mosley and Jacobs on the outside. You could move Jacobs to the middle. There's a lot of different things. You know what I talk about on the pregame shows is the versatility of this defense. You got a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things, and the versatility of these players makes it easy for them to overcome situations like this, where you have a guy out, you have a guy missing, a Brian Branch is out. Yeah, it sucks because he's been a dynamo. He's been fantastic for the first couple weeks. But you have so many good players at so many different positions that can do so many different things. It helps you fill those holes.
I guess I wanted to, like, what are the attributes you look for in a slot corner? You know, because like who does fit that description the best?
I would say instincts,
smaller, speedier guys, or
tackling ability for sure. Tackling ability is like number one.
Yeah.
And field awareness, because you got to look for those crossing routes. You got to look for pick routes. You got to look for different things coming across the middle. So you can't be just glued in. It doesn't have to be the most uber athletic guy, but it's got to be a guy with great instincts and a guy that is a sure tackler, a guy that is going to get somebody on the ground if they come across the middle. So
yeah.
I don't know, man.
I feel like Jerry might be the candidate.
You think so?
Yeah. I just feel like, I mean, I'm thinking of like the nickel guys. You got Quandra Diggs, who obviously not with us anymore, but it was kind of like that short, compact guy, speedy dude. I feel like Jerry fits that bill more than like a 5'11" Mosley you may want on the outside. Same situation with Cam Sutton, who's been phenomenal on the outside. I don't really want to take him away from the outside now.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up his rhythm. He's doing well. I feel that.
And then I just want to address the comment real quick, too. Chico G in the World Sports Chat says, Easy, always find something to be nervous about. I don't live in the land of, like,
he's a nervous Nelly.
Yeah, I don't live in the land of rainbows.
What were you going to say the first time?
Butter cakes. Is that even a thing?
No.
Peanut butter cake's probably what I was going for.
Peanut butter cake is fire. My boy Corey's mom makes a banging ass peanut butter cake.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Lucas Klotz in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says, don't fucking RIP.
He has risen.
RIP. You thought you could hold the man down, but you can't.
Speaking of Lucas Klotz, he's been a big proponent of wanting to see Chase Lucas, a fellow
Chase
Lucas in nickel slot.
I wouldn't mind that. We know he can tackle. We know he can do different things. So
yeah. I guess, and again, I'm not ever like actually nervous the Detroit Lions are going to lose. So I guess I'm pointing out situations where a Carolina Panthers team can find success. The same way I was talking to the Desmond Ridder stuff. It's not like nervous of this team beat us. It's like if they're going to excel at one point in their offense, it's here. And right now for the Detroit Lions with Brian Branch out, it's going to be that nickel spot. But they don't move the ball at all with Bryce Young. And I'm not saying that he is a bust, but he's definitely going through some growing pains right now in Carolina. Like 1,000%. I mean, they're quite literally a better team without him. They scored the highest point total with Andy Dalton in the offense against the Seahawks team.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks.